Welcome to Tarot Tuesday for the week of July 1st. Yeah, I am just coming back from a ceremony where I was in the middle of the desert just eating sand for about a week straight. And then I drove last night to this place, probably the last time you're going to see me in a random location for a minute. For 5 hours just screaming my face off to whatever I put on my radio. So we're going to work with that. We're going to work with this week's energy where we are still in Cancer season. We have our Mercury is staying the same in Leo, of all things. We have our Mars in Virgo. And we have Venus doing a fun transition from Taurus, where it feels happy because Taurus is ruled by Venus, into Gemini. And so this is going to lead to a little bit of a spicy July. You don't know what's going to come out of people. That fiery Venus is going to fuel that Mercury, that communication. So yeah, at least communications around relationships are going to be colorful. It's going to be a colorful time. All right. And so this week, my friend gifted me this Miss Cleo deck. Oh my God, I forgot about her and her advertisements that I used to see all the time. But I'm liking her deck. You know, this is what I wish the Golden Dawn deck was. It was a little bit more this and a little less like submarines and weird modern tech from like the 1920s or whatever the fuck. All right, so Aries to Pisces. I'm gonna do one more shuffle. Do it long with this. Alrighty. Aries to Pisces. What do we got going? And I have a limited space for these cards to live in front of me. Aries, you have the Five of Coins. Five of Coins, and in the way that it is being represented in this deck, which I'm meeting them all for probably the first time along with you guys, is that this man is infatuated by this, like the four coins he sees in this reflection, turning his back to this very, more like tangible coin behind him. And so Aries, what it's saying is that don't get lost in details and distractions. Don't get lost in details and distractions because there might be things you are not seeing just because you are not allowing yourself the ability to perceive the way that things actually are. And there's a lot. I remember being told by, it might have even just been an English teacher, that like the majority of what we are given is opinion. And I have not believed that any harder than the last time I was forced to watch the news. You are being fed opinion versus fact. There are times where there are facts, but a lot of the times, and especially just in all kinds of even social media representations, you are being shown something that is, a perspective and opinion. It is not a concrete fact. A lot of finding facts is, you feeling the tangible reality around you. So Aries, for you, it is just, see things for what they are, not how you want them to be. All right, yeah, when that Gemini Venus happens, we're gonna wanna fix that. All right, so Taurus, you have the Sun. It is reversed. We're just gonna look at it because I have not seen them. Wow, look at that. It's not the cute little sun that we normally have in my other deck, but it's, it's doing a thing. It is doing a thing. So Taurus, I want to say it's almost similar to what I just told to Aries. And yeah, so your ruling planet is leaving your sign into not one of your most like compatible signs, not one of your most comfortable signs to be in. So it's saying that all that you want is still there. The glass can still be half full if you want to perceive it that way. You just have to be more in tune with your gut feeling on things. So there's the way that you want things to happen, and then there's the way that things are. I think it's like repeating about my Aries card, but anyways, Taurus, you want to really check in with, you know, are things actually going the way that it feels good to me? Or am I just forcing things to, like, yeah, I'm going along with the crowd. Don't go along with the crowd, Taurus. You have a good gut reaction. A lot of us do. I think that even in human design, most of us are generators. And I was told it's a mm-hmm or a mm-mm. You know, and your gut will let you know immediately. So Taurus, be listening to your body knowing more than any mental space. It's always going to lead you to a better outcome. All right, Gemini. We've got the King of Staffs. I don't know why I'm so bad at like getting these cards to show up, but we'll figure that out one day. King of Staffs, and he's got one little scarab beetle in the corner. I like how simple these cards are. Anyways, this king, he's also, you know, King of Staff has control over his kingdom, Gemini. And like I said, Venus is moving into your sign, which is giving you an upper edge of, even though this is your post-shadow season, you know where your passions lie, so pursue them. But this man, he's also like, you know, a king should be in a more relaxed pose. This guy is more in a place of like actively either commanding people to get shit going, or just like, you know, you can't force or micromanage shit either, Gemini. So don't be in a place of forcing things to happen or micromanaging, because right now the collective is feeling into what is good for them. So Gemini, we are not ruling with an iron fist, and even it doesn't have to mean you're ruling things, but it's just, you know, when you're interacting with others or even just trying to get a project done. Like I got this, I've been working with metal and stuff, and like trying to force things to happen will end up with a crumbly mess versus like allowing things to be what they are. If the metal is too strong for the clip, that is what it is, you know? So Gemini, no forcing things, just actually live your passion. Yeah, okay. Now we're on to, that was Gemini's Cancer. Your birthday season, happy birthday, you guys. Page of Staffs reversed. Page of Staffs reversed. And so it's saying, Cancer, you're leading into your season, and you're also, you know, it's your solar returns, and sometimes when we move into our next cycle, we have to let some things go, and you're just kind of feeling into right now, like, you know, you have to do an assessment of how was my year, and are things even really like my passions anymore? And it's a thing that we are constantly checking and doing, where, you know, yeah, like you want to make sure that, you know, just because you used to love, like, you know, maybe when you were a kid, you went to the mall all the time with your friends, that's cool and all, but now you're all grown-ups, and now, you know what, you don't need to go to the mall to see the movies or like go out to eat with your friends anymore. You can do that at home. You can do that at home. You're a homebody. So Cancer, really learn where your passions are moving this year. And also like that, it might mean like, you know, training into like, you know, a different habit, even just like building a new skill, but one that suits you now versus who you were when you were like 12, you know, something like that. Okay, so we're on to Leo. All right, these staff cards reversed. So you're in your pre-shadow, Leo. You have the 10 of Staffs reversed, and this one, you know, the card that it normally is this guy that's a lot more pensive than this man. This man is you know, proudly weighing himself down with all these staffs he doesn't need. So Leo, do not be cocky, proudly holding up all this shit you don't have to carry yourself. Let some shit go for now. I'm not saying forever, just for now. You don't have to be on top of absolutely everything that's happening. You just need to be able to, you know, focus on one task at a time. I think that that's Leo's biggest thing, is focus on one task at a time. If you have things to prioritize, like paying a bill or you know, getting your like oil changed before that big trip, do so. Honestly, that's what I'm doing. I'm riding the last bit of my cars. Not tank. I'm just like, one of my door handles is broken, and so I'm just trying to get home before it happens. So Leo, just make sure that, yeah, you gotta get focused on what actually needs to be prioritized right now. All right, that was Leo. We're on to Virgo. Virgo, you have the Hanged Man. It's reversed. Here's what it looks like the regular way. Hanged Man reversed. And so this card, you know, Hangman, this guy, he's being hung, and like, you know, he's looking down, so he knows where the ground is. He knows that he is ungrounded. Virgo, for you, it's you get ungrounded when you are overthinking things, making things like meticulous or monotonous. And so Virgo, you know where that grounding is. And so Virgo, honestly, this week for you might be about being in your body. I know that it's getting hot wherever you are, at least if you're in the northern hemisphere. But yeah, vice versa either. Like just be in tune with your body and your environment in whatever ways you can, even if it is sitting outside with your cup of coffee or tea in the morning and just kind of taking in where you are energy wise versus like what you gotta wear that day to be functional and comfortable throughout the day. So Virgo, grounding into your body, it could also mean movement. Like Virgo, get out of your head and go take a walk. Go take a little walk. Go and, you know, if you haven't exercise that you like to do, go do that as well. Yeah, just do anything that you can to get into your body. That's what you want. Okay, so for the sake of storage in my phone, I've pre-picked the last cards for this thing. We'll keep on Libra. Magician. This week, Libra, literally, if you will it, it will come. You have to actually be working towards your dreams. Everything is possible, especially at this time where Venus is in a fellow air sign, pumping up and fluffing up all of that nice romantic juicy space, however you want to use that. Okay, and just for time, I'm going faster. We got Scorpio, my bad, Scorpio, Queen of Swords reversed. Queen of Swords reversed is saying that Scorpio, and this has kind of been a place, if you are being stuck in your head, if you're being stuck on an obsession, it will hinder you. Get out of your head. Mercury is in a fiery place. It wants to flow, it wants to move, and so don't get stuck up in your head or obsessed with anything right now. I know that that is hard for a Scorpio. I'm like, Mercury and Venus for me is also in Scorpio, so I get it. But Virgo or Scorpio, as much as you can, stay out of your head, get back in your body as well. Right now, it's just a good time for everybody to get back in their bodies, apparently. Okay, and so Sagittarius, you have the Devil reversed. Devil reversed is not necessarily a bad card. It's just saying that you don't want to be imprisoned by the relations around you. And so if you are the oppressor or the oppressed in any kind of, business transaction, relationships, even just family ties, friendship ties, you want to just make sure that you are seeing where those bonds and those chains are between you and others. And it's saying that right now, hold yourself in healthier boundaries between you and other people right now, because either you are overstepping over other people or other people are trying to overstep you, and either way is not healthy, and it's not going to, especially now as we're moving into like the summer months, we don't have that energy to drain. We need to keep our resources flowing. So Sagittarius, just be mindful of like the people around you. Okay, We are at Capricorn, Four of Swords reversed. I literally think you just had this. You just had this. Different, you know, less Egyptian. And this guy's not like sleeping in a room. He's just there with his crafted swords. And what it's saying is that Capricorn, there is this sitting potential. And if you are using this time in meditation, that is a productive way to be sitting in this state that you are in. But are you okay, I think I literally just need to update the system. So last 3 signs very fast. Capricorn, I already just told you basically everything. Are you sleeping on a thing, or are you like actually nourishing that dream? Anyways, we're at Aquarius. You got the King of Coins. So Aquarius, focus on physical, tangible things in your life. Get out, touch the grass. Make sure that you are prioritizing things in your life that are going to be your most comfortable living situation. Okay, and then we have our Pisces, ending with Pisces, 2 of Staffs, looking over that Nile River, that body of water. And so Pisces, know that yes, everything that comes to you when it is meant to. It might not always be an immediate gratification. There's not a lot of water in the chart right now, so know that you are, if you're feeling outside of your element, it's because you are. So just know that, like, yeah, things will come back with, like, you know, the tide. You'll roll in like the tide. All right, that's everybody. I have to go because my phone needs to update or something, so I will talk to you next week. Bye.